been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack from either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Faking the give, Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll get this one to Cup, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
Here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Connecting with Cup here on the out route. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Back to throw, Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Darnold running the option left. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Sam Darnold, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Looking to put a drive together. Looking to throw. May. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brendan, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action. May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 18 on the play. And a Patriot first down.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On the draw, it's Henderson.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. To the air, May. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Darnold now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Now Darnold. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks him, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's first and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll throw with May. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Second and 10. Here's May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third and 3.
7 yards, and it's third down.
Throwing here is May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on third and 3.
New England.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break the tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. To throw, it's May.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 8.
They set up the screen for Henderson.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Darnold, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
He's got to hook up with Diggs. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, They know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw is Darnold.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Darnold, a sneak.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still first down.
Off of play action, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 54 yards.
And the Seahawks have regained the lead.
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10. That time a 6-play drive.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back.
A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's complete to Diggs. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Darnold. open. Man is Barner to tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
At the 37-yard line.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Here comes third and the length of the football. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's third and a few inches. Here's Darnold. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches.
First and 10.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll find Shaheed out to the right. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 27-yard line.
Two yards to go, second down. Darnold. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Darnold to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
To the air, May. Got a man, Boutte. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, New England.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And the man down the field is Henry. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. For 30 more yards and another first down.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
On first down, it's Henderson. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Once again, it's Henderson. And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They'll throw with May.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Mac Hollins.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Borregales now for the extra point.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And Walker once more. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run. This is George Hanani. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Darnold keeps it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Seahawks 24.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the run.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Looking to throw. May. Gets this complete to Bunte. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Darnold. Can't get away, and he's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The offense on 3rd down tonight can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Going up top for Cup. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New England trotting into place on offense. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. Looking to put a drive together. May now off the bootleg. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete. Tyrese Knight on the coverage.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
First down, New England.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings,
take their shots.
May going to give it to Henderson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
They'll go again with Henderson.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
First carry now for Lombardi Stevenson.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And Diggs has it. Well, he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with May. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the gun to give to Henderson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Trevion Henderson.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths. But it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
Off of play action, Darnold. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and 3.
Now Darnold.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Darnold, a sneak. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. To throw is Darnold. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Now it's Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes 2nd down. Darnold to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Darnold. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Patriots now down by 7, 1:06 to play. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.